the disappointment of that draw on Monday against Chile. Once again squandering a lead, something that Lionel Scaloni talked about this week in the press, the fact that in the last 3 games Argentina have ended up drawing, having taken the lead. Wasn't quite able to put his finger on exactly why that is. He said they continue to go and look for victories, but it's a slightly concerning pattern. Just a drop off in level that we're seeing from Argentina as games go on, if they take the lead. This is how Group A looks as things stand. Just a little while ago, Chile defeated Bolivia 1-0. So it's Chile who topped the group with 4 points. Paraguay haven't played in this second round of fixtures. With their win sitting in second, and Argentina will certainly be hoping that they can jump up and join Chile on 4 points. All 4 of the 5 would go through to the quarter-final, so there's maybe not so much pressure in that sense. You look at the group and suspect that it's going to be Bolivia being that team out in the cold come the end of the group phase, but there is a sense that if you can get in that top 2, then you'll be in the opposite side of the draw to Brazil. Under the assumption, of course, that Brazil go through as group winners in Group B. And that could be really worth its weight in gold in terms of getting yourself to a final. Nobody will want to come up against Brazil, whether you're Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, or anyone else. And so that in itself could have some bearing on this one tonight. Last time these two sides met was in a friendly back in 2019. Ended 2-2 on that occasion in Tel Aviv. Aguero and Messi on target for Argentina. Messi with a late penalty. Cavani and Suarez for Uruguay. Only Aguero not starting among those 4 players this evening. Lautaro Martinez keeps his place. It's been a drop in form from the young Inter striker. Started his Argentina career on fire. Another one of those patches of form. Players in the tunnel. Huge amount of respect between the likes of Lionel Messi and Diego Godin. All those years battling away in Spanish football, and they'll do battle once more here in their national team colours. It's the 2021 Copa America, and it may only be the group phase, but it's Argentina against Uruguay. One of world football's great rivalries. One that goes all the way back to really when football had just arrived in South America. And this evening, Argentina play their 1000th official fixture. Go all the way back to 1902 for the first official game for Argentina. And I think you can guess who that was against: Uruguay. 6-0 win on that day for La Albiceleste. I don't think it's going to be quite so straightforward tonight. We'll have the national anthems in just a moment. Uruguay up first. 15 times Copa America champions are ready. No one has won the Copa America more times. Argentina, with 14, will be hoping they can draw level. Well, confirmation then of the lineups before kickoff. Argentina, Emi Martinez in goal, Nahuel Molina, Cristian Romero, Nicolas Otamendi, Marcos Acuna in defence, Guido Rodriguez, Rodrigo Paul, Giovanni Lo Celso, Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez and Nicolas Gonzalez. 4 changes from the team that drew with Chile on Monday. Uruguay, Fernando Muslera, Giovanni Gonzalez, José María Jiménez, Diego Godín, Matías Viña, Federico Valverde, Rodrigo Bentancur, Lucas Torreira, Nicolas de la Cruz, and up front Luis Suarez and Edinson Cavani. 4 changes in that Uruguay side from the one that drew 10 days ago with Venezuela 0-0. Cavani, one of those changes, he was suspended, but Nicolas de la Cruz coming in, Rodrigo Bentancur and Matías Viña. 2 captains, Diego Godín and Lionel Messi. And referee for this evening, Wilton Sampaio from Brazil. Huge boost for Uruguay to have Cavani back available. Will completely change the complexion of this one, and they'll put plenty of pressure on that Argentina defence. Have a minute's silence before kickoff. A minute's silence there for the victims and those fighting against the COVID-19 pandemic in South America. And we are almost ready here in Brasilia. Final check of the watch from Wilton Sampaio, and we are underway. The Clásico del Rio de la Plata. Argentina kickoff going right to left. And immediately the searching ball looking for Nicolas Gonzalez. Uruguay defend that well and able to bring it forward into the midfield. Well, it's been picked there, and Messi comes forward towards the edge of the box. Messi skips away from one, runs into a dead end, and Uruguay are able to bring the ball away once more. switched onto the far side for Nicolas de la Cruz, who plays his club football in Argentina with River Plate. And here's Rodrigo Bentancur, who used to play his football in Argentina, coming through at Boca Juniors. Torreira into Bentancur. And there's Federico Valverde, the switch over onto the far side. Viña linking up with De La Cruz, and Cavani drops back in to help out. Uruguay keep the ball well. Godin just rolled across to his former Atleti teammate Jose Jimenez. Matias Viña. It's patient stuff this from Uruguay in the opening couple of minutes, looking for Nicolas de la Cruz, and Christian Romero does well just to step across and snuff out the danger. Romero wasn't expected to be fit for this one. All the talk in the press building up to this was the fact that he was going to miss at least the first 2 games. Lionel Scaloni, quick to say in his press this week that Romero was absolutely fine, and perhaps was thinking with the defensive problems they had to bring him in, but there's a chance early here. Here's Lautaro Martinez into the box. Lautaro trying to open it up onto his right foot and just runs into traffic. It's a good burst forward from Nicolas Gonzalez. Here's Acuna. Gonzalez again, as we saw against Chile, just having that burst of pace, but more central. Perhaps part of the thinking behind bringing Marcos Acuna into the side. Far more of an attacking fullback, able to provide the width. Here's Lo Celso. Makes his way into that little pocket of space, as we saw him do so well against Chile. Reverse pass into the box there from Guido Rodriguez, who scampered forward. We'll be expecting to see Guido Rodriguez more often than not just sitting and holding in the midfield, allowing the freedom to the ball and Lo Celso to get forward. And Acuna will cut that one out, high up in the Uruguay half. Lautaro Martinez flicks it round the corner to Nicolas Gonzalez. Can't find a teammate. Drops again to Marcos Acuna here, who takes the shot on straight at Fernando Muslera. Well, certainly what Marcos Acuna will bring to the Argentina side, playing at left back, is a little bit more of an attacking impetus down that side of the pitch. Very much a converted winger, a midfield player. Perhaps doesn't have some of the defensive attributes that you'd normally associate with Nicolas Tagliafico. But Tagliafico's rash challenge that gave away the penalty against Chile maybe just prompting a rethink for Lionel Scaloni. Bentancur. De la Cruz playing off that left in a midfield 4. Tries to just switch passes there with Matias Viña. Well watched by Nahuel Molina. And Emi Martinez boots clear. Bentancur again into De La Cruz. This is a good strong challenge as Christian Romero comes out, but for a moment it looked as though it was going to ricochet in favour of Uruguay. It may do here. Luis Suarez running into the challenge. Otamendi quickly across to put it out for a throw. The man in charge of Uruguay still Oscar Tabarez. You look at the two nations and how they've gone about things, they couldn't be more of a contrast. Oscar Tabarez, part of the furniture, a legend in Uruguayan football, just bringing through so many generations of young players. Quite the contrast with the chopping and changing that's taken place over the years with Argentina. Lionel Scaloni, the man tasked with trying to steady the ship after the 2018 World Cup. Molina. Looked for a little give and go with Messi, but Messi's barged to the ground. Otamendi to Rodrigo de Paul. And here's Acuna. Acuna and Gonzalez. Gonzalez does well, runs away from one, comes in field and finds the ball. De Paul feeds it out to Messi on the far side. Messi cuts into his right, onto his left, takes the shot on, it's saved. And there's another chance at the back post for Lautaro Martinez. Matías Viña allows Messi to come exactly where he wants to. Gets the shot away, Muslera gets down well. And the ball just pops up, just a fraction behind Lautaro Martinez. Early warning sign for Uruguay. Perhaps an early reminder of Matías Viña. If in doubt, show Messi down the line. Good touch there from Gonzalez, who started this game well. Acuna. Edinson Cavani's back defending and gives away a free kick. Lunges in there. And it'll be a free kick to Argentina, close to the touchline. Excellent opening from Nicolas Gonzalez. Very bright against Chile, was guilty of missing a couple of very good chances. But other than that, fully justified Lionel Scaloni's faith in him. Free kick's taken short, Messi rolls it across. It's going to come back here to Rodrigo de Paul. He clips it towards the back post. Otamendi's up. And the header well held by Muslera. Good start to the game this from Argentina. A couple of early saves for Fernando Muslera. Torreira goes back to Godin. And Jimenez goes long. Finds Giovanni Gonzalez, whose low cross reaches Suarez, clips it towards the back post. It's too close to Emiliano Martinez. Argentina's goalkeeper just plucks that one out of the sky. Aston Villa #1 appears to have surged into pole position in terms of who should be considered Argentina's #1. Many coming into the tournament suspected Lionel Scaloni would still favour River Plate's Franco Armani. He did miss a lot of the practices coming into the tournament due to a positive COVID test that he couldn't seem to shake. But now Armani is available on the bench, and Emiliano Martinez remains in goal for Argentina. Throw down the line to Lautaro Martinez and back to Marcos Acuna. Acuna twists away from Nico de la Cruz and finds the cross. There's no one in the box. And Matías Viña can watch it out on the far side. CONMEBOL President Alejandro Dominguez watching on here in Brasilia. It's going to drop to Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez, first touch is a little bit heavy. Giovanni Lo Celso picks it up though. He's able to recycle possession, get it back to Guido Rodriguez, and Guido Rodriguez Just has his ankle snapped at by Rodrigo Bentancur. Otamendi, safety first, goes all the way back to Emi Martinez, who in turn finds Christian Romero. Molina almost loses out there. Romero finds him again, and Argentina can come forward. Here's Messi. De Paul switches it out onto the near side for Acuna. Acuna looks for the ball into Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to get there, and it's going to go behind for a corner. Giovanni Gonzalez watched the run, prevented the cross, but couldn't stop it going out for a corner. And this is the earlier Nicolas Otamendi header. Comfortable enough save from Fernando Muslera. But the early pressure coming from the Albiceleste. It's going to be a corner taken by Lionel Messi. Well, Rodrigo De Paul has come across to help out. It's going to be De Paul to take instead on the right foot. Goes short to Messi. Messi jinks one way, finds the cross. Back post, it's headed across, goal off the post, and it's in! Argentina lead! It's Guido Rodriguez with the goal. And with only 12 minutes on the clock, we have the opening goal in the Clásico. Guido Rodriguez gives Argentina an early lead. Lionel Messi, the architect, drops his shoulder, drives towards the byline and clips that cross to the back post. And Guido Rodriguez gets there to head off the inside of the post. The first international goal for Guido Rodriguez. And what an important goal it could prove to be as well. Into the side for one of Lionel Scaloni's favourites, Leandro Paredes. Paredes involved in every game in the Scaloni era, drops out of the team, and Guido Rodriguez takes his chance. 1-0 here in Brasilia. We talked before the game about Argentina taking the lead and dropping off as the game goes on, inviting pressure, and eventually in the last 3 games ending up with just a draw. They cannot allow that to happen again here. It's uncertain defending. It was going to roll all the way through to Emi Martinez. Nicolas Otamendi sticks out a boot. It's going to go out for a corner, and a corner which could have been easily avoided. A little glance from Emi Martinez in the direction of Nicolas Otamendi, a lack of communication. A corner comes in, headed away towards the edge of the box, back in again. Volley from the edge, deflected, and Argentina eventually get it clear. Nicolas de la Cruz has to go all the way back to Fernando Muslera. Lucas Torreira almost caught in possession there. Lautaro Martinez breathing down his neck, manages to wriggle away. And Torreira again. Suarez back to Torreira. Torreira clips that one out wide, and there's going to be a free kick there. Matias Viña on Marcos Acuna. It is worth pointing out, of course, when you talk about Argentina giving away those leads and drawing those recent matches, they are unbeaten in 14. The last defeat coming in the 2019 Copa America when they lost to Brazil in the semi-finals. So there's certainly a positive slant to put on that, but they will not want to see this lead be thrown away again. Messi into Lo Celso, turns nicely and finds Messi again. Messi going towards the edge of the box, still Messi. Messi lays it off, but Nicolas de la Cruz is back, prevents the ball reaching Rodrigo de Paul, and de la Cruz just hammers it away. Otamendi into Guido Rodriguez, the goal scorer, who goes back to Emiliano Martinez. For a moment didn't look like he'd put enough on it, but Martinez clears, and Lautaro Martinez gives chase. Martinez is going to get there. Well, it's a good save from Fernando Muslera, but the whistle had gone. Wilton Sampaio, the referee, adjudged a foul there. Lautaro Martinez just battling away with Jose Maria Jimenez. Maybe it could have been a little handball there, in fact, as he nudged it forward. Either way, uncertain defending as well from Uruguay. Not something you'd normally associate with the Celeste. Here's Bentancur. And Valverde. Not entirely sure what Valverde was thinking there. Was it a shot? Was it a pass? This is the goal. Lionel Messi, the creator, just dips there, bursts away to make the space on his left foot. Lucas Torreira, just as Matias Vinha actually with the shot earlier, allowing Messi to drop onto his favoured left foot. That was where the cross came from, and Guido Rodriguez arriving at the back post. Well, there's only 18 minutes on the clock, and Wilton Sampaio's already having words with Emiliano Martinez about how long he's taking over this goal kick. De Paul, Acuna, here's Guido Rodriguez, and out to Noel Molina. Molina caught in possession, Nicolas de la Cruz bursting forward now. Here's Luis Suarez. Suarez plays it early, looking for Cavani. Too close once again to Emi Martinez. Comfortable for the Argentina goalkeeper. Otamendi bringing it out from the back, looking for Nicolas Gonzalez. Couldn't find him, but Argentina keep possession and are able to work it over to the far side with Lionel Messi. Messi, Lo Celso, back to Messi. Those two have such a lovely understanding. Here's Messi again, clips it into the box. Gonzalez gives chase. It's going to roll out of play. Uruguay take the goal kick very quickly. Jimenez, Valverde, and Bentancur is forced backwards under pressure by Rodriguez. Here's Godin. Vinha. It's going to find its way through to Nico de la Cruz. He's forced to check back and then turns well. Bursts in field. It's a strong challenge again by Cristian Romero. Could set a break here. Lautaro Martinez can't quite get away from that crunching challenge by Diego Godin, and Uruguay come back the other way. Here's Edinson Cavani. Cavani up against Marcos Acuna, and Acuna does well. Backs him into that corner, and Cavani's forced all the way back to Valverde. Valverde goes back even further. It's Jimenez all the way up there. And it's worked over to De La Cruz. De La Cruz to Viña. Viña back to De La Cruz. Torreira. Argentina now packed everyone back. Space for Valverde to operate in, goes into the feet of Cavani, gets the ball back, and that's a wayward one. Snapped up, and a foul given away. Lucas Torreira crunches in on Rodrigo de Paul. Claims there wasn't really any contact. De Paul thankfully did manage to hurdle the majority of the force there. But no question about the free kick. Otamendi on this occasion does find Nicolas Gonzalez. Lo Celso looks for that little pass into the feet of Lionel Messi once again. On this occasion can't find him. But here he is again. Lo Celso on this occasion goes across to Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul finds... He looks for the run of Lautaro Martinez. It's well tracked by Jimenez. And Uruguay can come away. It's a nice zip to this game, halfway through the first half. Slow start from Uruguay, but they are starting to wake up, you feel. And you certainly always feel that this Argentina defence could give away opportunities. Messi spins away from one challenge initially, gets away finally, and then clips the ball down the line to Molina. Here comes the young fullback. Goes back to Messi. Messi, nice ball into the box for Lo Celso, and a well-timed challenge by Jose Jimenez. Nico De La Cruz brings Uruguay back the other way. Lucas Torreira. Rodrigo Bentancur. And across to Federico Valverde. Argentina settle back into two banks of four. Only Messi and Lautaro Martinez with a bit of freedom to go and push on the Uruguay defence. Certainly more difficult to break down Argentina once they are back in numbers like that in position. Where we've seen them creaking, certainly in recent weeks, is when teams have come at them quickly and exposed the midfield. Once Otamendi running back at his own goal, there is a real weakness there for Argentina. Something that most teams will probably look at trying to exploit. So far, Uruguay haven't been able to. Molina searching long ball down the right wing. Rodrigo de Paul's not going to get there, but he will give chase and pressure Muslera, who keeps his cool and just feeds the ball back out into the Uruguay midfield. Excellent work right there from de Paul. Quickly back into position as well, takes a breather once he's there. After Argentina's bright start to the game, it is now Uruguay who are beginning to dictate possession. Here's Nicolas De La Cruz. Torreira again looks for Bentancur. It's a good sliding challenge, and finally Argentina can win possession. Here's Lo Celso, finds Messi in a little bit of space. Hasn't got many options up with him, but Messi running at Diego Godin. Messi held up here, Still looking for reinforcements. Eventually they come. It's Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes a touch. He's going to the byline and tries to dig out the cross again. And thinks he should have a corner. It's going to be a goal kick instead. Scaloni's not too sure. Neither am I, even after seeing the replay. Good challenge from Giovanni Gonzalez, nonetheless. Well, Uruguay beginning to see plenty of possession, but as yet unable to get Luis Suarez or Edinson Cavani involved. Here he is, Cavani, just drops in, and here he gets the ball back. Cavani makes his way down the right, cuts back, and he's looking for a penalty. Well, that looked a really good shout. He just chopped the ball back inside the challenge and went to ground, and now Messi's tearing away at the other end. Turns away from one, he's now directly in on Diego Godin, looks for support, finds it, shot comes in, saved by Muslera. From one end to the other in the blink of an eye, the shot eventually coming in from Noel Molinar. But Uruguay will be asking the officials to take a look at that penalty shout once again. Edinson Cavani still down in the Argentina penalty box. And we will indeed be having another look at this one. It's well worked initially. Cavani then cuts back inside, and there's certainly contact. Guido Rodriguez it is who comes across the cover, leaves that foot trailing. Can't really tell from that angle, but the one previous certainly looked as though he caught the trailing leg of Edinson Cavani. It's going to come to nothing. It's going to be a corner to Argentina. And we may hear a bit more from that from Uruguay. Corners taken short to Lionel Messi. Back to Rodrigo de Paul. And de Paul looks for Messi again. He finds him. Messi into the penalty box. Just crowded out in the end, and Uruguay can eventually clear. It's not the most convincing clearance. It's going to drop here for Lautaro Martinez. Can't quite get away from Jose Maria Jimenez. Suicidal clearance in the build-up. Little clip pass into the box for Lautaro. Back to Marcos Acuna. Connection there from Racing Club in Argentina. And a big talking point. That potential penalty for Uruguay. Regardless, it's Argentina coming forward. It's Nicolas Gonzalez again. Finds Acuna. Acuna looks for the cross. It's well defended by Jimenez again. Acuna will take the throw. He looks for Nicolas Gonzalez, who can't keep it under control. And Edinson Cavani can help Uruguay bring it out. Only momentarily. It's going to drop in midfield to Rodrigo de Paul. Well played by Christian Romero under pressure from Luis Suarez. It's interesting to see the importance that many put on Christian Romero already. An indication of where we are when we talk about Argentina's defence, and the fact that a player who's barely played for them, by many held up as some kind of saviour. The best defender in Serie A last season after a terrific campaign with Atalanta. And the 23-year-old finally getting his opportunity under Lionel Scaloni. And you'd have to say, with those two World Cup qualifiers thoroughly taken by Christian Romero. Cavani still discussing with Guido Rodriguez this challenge. Rodriguez just takes the risk of leaving that trailing leg there. That angle is pretty inconclusive. But from the other side, it certainly appeared as though Rodriguez's leg left there did make contact with Cavani, who of course, as any striker in that position would do, made the most of it. Rodriguez finds Acuna. Guido Rodriguez again, a relieved man that his goal earlier wasn't spoiled by giving away that penalty. Otamendi looking for a pass and has to go long in the direction of Lautaro Martinez. Martinez heads it down the line into space, hoping to find the run of Nico Gonzalez. But the Stuttgart player hadn't made the same run. I say Stuttgart player as well. Plenty of reports that Nico Gonzalez will imminently be moving to Fiorentina in a big money transfer. And he's back helping out with a bit of fending here. Cross comes in. It's a high one and it's going to drop down, and it's well held by Emiliano Martinez. And what you would say about Emiliano Martinez in his 3 appearances so far for Argentina is he does bring a great confidence when coming for those kind of crosses. Far more so than Argentina are perhaps used to in recent years. But it's Uruguay back on the attack. Cavani crosses. On this occasion it's Otamendi who clears away, and Messi brings it down on his chest. It's going to drop to Christian Romero. And now El Molina goes long looking for Lautaro Martinez. Martinez will give chase, but there's 2 defenders back with him. And Muslera just is able to roll it out to Jimenez. Well, Jose Maria Jimenez just limping, looking a little bit uncomfortable there. I think it was Sebastian Coates warming up. As Uruguay come forward once again, that's going to be watched out. Luis Suarez trying to make a use of himself, unable to keep it in play. Bit of instruction from Lionel Messi, who's had a good start to this game as well. Created the goal. And a couple of trademark runs towards the Uruguay penalty area. Just drawing defenders to him, opening up space for teammates. It's Nicolas Gonzalez down. Fell heavily, challenging for that one. 10 minutes before the break. Maybe took a knee in mid-air off Jimenez, then landed pretty awkwardly. Painful one for Gonzalez. Angel Di Maria watching on. Gonzalez's rise within Scaloni's plans, certainly easing Di Maria out of the picture. Came back in for the World Cup qualifiers before, having not really been involved, and then made his way into the squad. But Nicolas Gonzalez has been a key figure for Lionel Scaloni at a time when many thought it was a little too soon, thought that he'd still be with Argentina's under-20s, under-23s going towards the Olympics. but despite being one of the lesser known names in the Argentina squad, became quite an important part of Lionel Scaloni's system. Able to provide the width on the left, but come inside and offer an attacking threat in the penalty box as well. Plays centrally. Nicolas Tagliafico also warming up for Argentina. Strong header from Otamendi. Godin finds Cavani, and Bentancur finds Torreira. Uruguay coming forward down their left once again, checking back and going to Bentancur. And here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Valverde. Looks for the return pass, but it goes to Bentancur instead, and Valverde's going to get down the right. His low cross comes in. Otamendi sticks out a leg and stabs it up into the air. Still with Uruguay though. Cross from the left, this time headed away, and this one is going to drop to Lautaro Martinez. Martinez back to Guido Rodriguez. And Rodrigo de Paul can just settle things down. Bursts past Nicolas de la Cruz, picks up a free kick. Another little word from Wilton Sampaio to get Argentina to crack on with this free kick. They do so, and it's clipped down the line towards Rodrigo de Paul. He's not going to get there. Game's just petered out a little bit over the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. Rodrigo de Paul wins a throw from Torreira. Lautaro Martinez looking for a free kick, told to get to his feet swiftly by Sampaio. Uruguay yet to really test Emi Martinez in the Argentina goal. Here's De La Cruz, quick little interchange of passes. De La Cruz looking for the ball in behind there for Valverde. It's a decent enough spell this for Uruguay, who have reacted well enough since going behind. Nicolas Gonzalez looks to burst forward, wins a free kick. And it's all got a little bit stop-start. 5 minutes before the break. Argentina still lead by a goal to nil. Many probably looking for a drop-off from Argentina, having seen them take the lead, as has been the case recently. But in truth, since taking the lead, it haven't really been under a great deal of pressure either from Uruguay. Messi looking for options from the free kick. Lo Celso comes short and provides it, and Argentina have to work it all the way back to Emi Martinez. Martinez under pressure from Cavani, clips it over onto the far side, looking for Nahuel Molina. Torreira. Viña. De la Cruz. Goes back to Torreira, and here's Bentancur. Over 40 minutes gone, and Uruguay still struggling once they get into the Argentina half to do anything with the possession. Here's Diego Godin stepping forward to try and help out, and Edison Cavani wins a free kick. Christian Romero it was, who just stepped out of that Argentina defence to follow Cavani. Goes through the back of the Manchester United striker. And it's a decent area for the free kick to be swung in. It's going to be Nicolas de la Cruz with it. He's got an excellent right foot. Regular set-piece taker with River Plate. And plenty of options in the penalty area. Quick word there between Otamendi and Jose Jimenez. Diego Godin somewhat unmarked to the back post. Swung over, headed up into the air. It's going to drop on the edge. Could be a shooting chance for Bentancur. It is, but he drags it wide. Oh, Messi still having a big influence on this one, the creator of the goal. In and out of the game, as are Argentina in truth. But invariably, when Messi does get on the ball, something happens for Argentina. Goal kick then, headed on by Nicolas de la Cruz. Luis Suarez is going to give chase and ends up beating Otamendi to the ball. Breaks, and Emi Martinez can come and claim at the feet of Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez asking how long Emi Martinez is going to hold on to this one. And Argentina's goalkeeper questions why Luis Suarez is trying to block the goal kick. A little bit of gamemanship creeping into this one, as you'd expect from a South American Clásico. Otamendi. Nice little flick there from Nicolas Gonzalez. Acuna, who had a very bright start to the game and could get a little bit brighter. He breaks away here down the left. Eventually, Jimenez comes across to stop him, but Argentina win it back immediately. Here's Messi. Acuna again. Lo Celso. Little ball into the box for Nico Gonzalez, who crosses towards Lautaro. It's headed away and drops over the head of Lionel Messi, so Uruguay can break. It's a long switch in the direction of Cavani. Romero's going to have to be wise to it, and he is. Heads it back to his goalkeeper under pressure. Good defending. Romero back to Martinez again, and Martinez just clips it into the midfield. Rodrigo de Paul beat into it in the air, and Guido Rodriguez cleans up. Marcos Acuna hits one down the line. Lautaro Martinez gives chase again. It's going to be 3 minutes of added time here. No real stoppages to talk about. Thought we may have one for a VAR appeal on that penalty for Uruguay. In the end, nothing came of it. And Argentina will be pretty satisfied with how the first half's gone so far. Managed to keep Uruguay at arm's length for the most part. and got their goal through Guido Rodriguez. Here's Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul charges forward towards the box, tries to find Lautaro Martinez, and it's put behind for a corner. Well, this was the earlier free kick for Uruguay. Luis Suarez tumbling under pressure, but absolutely nothing given. You can see there Wilton Sampaio just checking in his earpiece if there was anything in it. Absolutely not the answer. Corner for Argentina here in first half stoppage time. Once again, it's taken short between Messi and De Paul. Lo Celso goes square to Marcos Acuna, who now delivers into the box. It's headed away, and Lucas Torreira can pick it up. Maybe a chance for Uruguay to counter now. Valverde looks for that diagonal ball into Nicolas de la Cruz and finds him. De la Cruz wants to get it onto his right foot, but is forced to stop, think about it and go out to the left. Gets the ball back now. Some of the momentum from that possible count has been lost. Bentancur. Space on the right for Gonzalez. Giovanni Gonzalez crosses. Cavani can't get there. It's going to drift all the way through, and eventually Rodrigo de Paul clears off. Well, it seemed to take a clear deflection off Matias Viña. And it has been given as an Argentina throw, so now Rodrigo de Paul can clear. And on this occasion he does just boot it out of play, so it will be a throw to Uruguay after all. Luis Suarez tries to knot it down. A little bit of frustration creeping in there for Suarez. Chance maybe for Uruguay to pick the ball up here though. Torreira. Cross needed to come in from Valverde. It didn't. Giovanni Lo Celso does well to pick it up, and it could be the final action of the game. Here's Messi. Messi darts into the Uruguay half and eventually is brought down. Free kick given away, and surely that will be it for the first half. It is indeed. We won't have a free kick. Wilton Sampaio has seen enough, and so here in Brasilia at half-time, Argentina lead Uruguay by a goal to nil. Guido Rodriguez with the only goal of the game, but Uruguay aren't happy. And as you can see, Luis Suarez having words with the referee as he goes off the pitch. There was one big penalty shout turned away. Otherwise, Argentina have been fairly comfortable, but we are delicately poised for a big second half here in the derby. We'll be back after half-time with what promises to be a terrific second half.
पूरी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स के बारे में हर हिंदुस्तानी जानता है। पर ये दिल है कि चख रहा है उन्हीं अल्फाजों का। दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
There you go.
Here's what you said last month. This will help with the itching. Can you hear those people behind me? No, mind your own business. Why don't you mind your own business?
GoDaddy के साथ बिजनेस ऑनलाइन ले जाओ। मेक इन इंडिया,
सेलिंग फॉर इंडिया।
GoDaddy, complete online business solution.
This is it. I like it. I am falling for you. Want it, want it. I'm losing control.
এত ভালো ফ্রিজ কিনে দিয়েছি, টেম্পারেচার সেটিং, পাওয়ার কুল, ডিফ্রস্ট সব বাইরে থেকে কন্ট্রোল করা যায়, তাও ফ্রিজ খুলে দাঁড়িয়ে যাও।
সরি বাবা।
ইটস ওকে, ওখানে দাঁড়িয়েই আছো তো আইসক্রিমটা দিয়ে যাও।
আইসক্রিম চাই তোমার?
এবারে ফ্রিজকে বাইরে থেকে কন্ট্রোল করুন নতুন স্যামসাং ডিজিটাচ কুল 5-in-1 রেফ্রিজারেটর ডিজি লাইফ ইজি লাইফ।
এসে গেল ডিউরাসেল ছোটা পাওয়া।
নতুন স্যামসাং ডিজিটাচ কুল 5-in-1 রেফ্রিজারেটর ডিজি লাইফ ইজি লাইফ।
এসে গেল ডিউরাসেল ছোটা পাওয়া, আপনার রিমোটের জন্য পারফেক্ট। এটা দেয় 1 বছরের জোরদার পাওয়ার, মাত্র 18 টাকায় প্রতি সেল। ঘর থেকে অথবা একত্রে সারা বছর আমরা উদযাপন করে যাব। ডিউরাসেল ছোটা পাওয়ার, 1 বছর রিমোটের জোরদার পাওয়ারের গ্যারাंटी, प्रति सेल मात्र 18 টাকায়।
कोविड का चैलेंज अभी भी बाकी है। बच्चों ने पिता को खो दिया, बुजुर्ग माँ बाप का सहारा न रहा, कई लोगों की नौकरियां न रही। इसीलिए कई युवा पोस्ट कोविड चुनौतियों को झेलने में देशवासियों की मदद कर रहे हैं। आइए असली जिंदगी के इन नायकों की मदद हम करें।
नई टाटा इंट्रा लाइफ कैसी चल रही है? कंट्रोल में है, कभी लेफ्ट घुमाता हूँ तो कभी राइट। तू अभी भी ट्रांसपोर्ट के धंधे में लगा हुआ है? कोई ऑफिस कैबिन है ना? कैबिन ये एसी वाला और कमाई यूं समझ ले, पहले मैं पगार लेता था, अब तेरा भाई पगार देता है। हेलो, यस सर, आई विल बी देयर। ओके, बॉस का फोन था, भागना पड़ेगा। आकाश तू एकदम नहीं बदला, लेकिन तेरी जिंदगी बदल गई यार। टाटा इंट्रा, बदले सोच बदले जिंदगी।
तूने किया? देखिए, इधर देख, इधर देख, तूने किया? हाँ।
India tour of Sri Lanka starting 13th July on Sony Live.
You are Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes.
I'm told you are exceptionally gifted.
I'm a mere apprentice. I've made you into a god, Leonardo. You cannot forsake me.
They say you poisoned her.
You are under arrest.
Do you wish to hang?
Only art can take the pain and suffering of our lives and turn it into beauty.
पूरी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स के बारे में हर हिंदुस्तानी जानता है, पर उसके पीछे की असली कहानी हिंदुस्तान को जानना अभी बाकी है।
Streaming now on Sony Live.
पर ये दिल है कि चख रहा है उन्हीं अल्फाजों का
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
আবার ফ্রিজ খুলে দাঁড়িয়ে গেছো? এত ভালো ফ্রিজ কিনে দিয়েছি, টেম্পারেচার সেটিং, পাওয়ার কুল, ডিফ্রস্ট সব বাইরে থেকে কন্ট্রোল করা যায়, তাও ফ্রিজ খুলে দাঁড়িয়ে যাও।
সরি বাবা।
ইটস ওকে, ওখানে দাঁড়িয়েই আছো তো আইসক্রিমটা দিয়ে যাও।
আইসক্রিম চাই তোমার?
এবারে ফ্রিজকে বাইরে থেকে কন্ট্রোল করুন নতুন স্যামসাং ডিজিটাচ কুল 5-in-1 রেফ্রিজারেটর ডিজি লাইফ ইজি লাইফ।
GoDaddy के साथ बिजनेस ऑनलाइन ले जाओ। मेक इन इंडिया,
सेलिंग फॉर इंडिया।
GoDaddy, complete online business solution.
There you go.
Here's what you spent last month. This will help with the itching.
Can you hear those people behind me? No, mind your own business. Why don't you mind your own business?
এসে গেল ডিউরাসেল ছোটা পাওয়া, আপনার রিমোটের জন্য পারফেক্ট। এটা দেয় 1 বছরের জোরদার পাওয়ার, মাত্র 18 টাকায় প্রতি সেল। ঘর থেকে অথবা একত্রে সারা বছর আমরা উদযাপন করে যাব। ডিউরাসেল ছোটা পাওয়ার, 1 বছর রিমোটে জোরদার পাওয়ারের গ্যারান্টি, প্রতি সেল মাত্র 18 টাকায়।
कोविड का चैलेंज अभी भी बाकी है। बच्चों ने पिता को खो दिया, बुजुर्ग माँ बाप का सहारा न रहा, कई लोगों की नौकरियां न रही। इसीलिए कई युवा पोस्ट कोविड चुनौतियों को झेलने में देशवासियों की मदद कर रहे हैं। आइए असली जिंदगी के इन नायकों की मदद हम करें।
This is it. I like it. I am falling for you. Want it, want it. I'm losing control. I like it.
बड़ौदा स्पोर्टिंग गुड्स।
इंडियन लिखा है।
अच्छा, पर बेचते तो सिर्फ बड़ौदा में हो ना। नाम इंडियन रखा है तो पूरे इंडिया में बेचो ना। गोडैडी के साथ बिजनेस ऑनलाइन ले जाओ। मेक इन इंडिया, सेलिंग फॉर इंडिया।
गोडैडी, कंप्लीट ऑनलाइन बिजनेस सोल्यूशन।
नई टाटा इंट्रा लाइफ कैसी चल रही है? कंट्रोल में है, कभी लेफ्ट घुमाता हूँ तो कभी राइट। तू अभी भी ट्रांसपोर्ट के धंधे में लगा हुआ है? कोई ऑफिस, कैबिन है ना? कैबिन ये एसी वाला। तू अभी भी रेंट पे? खुद का घर है, छोटी सी फैमिली है। हेलो, यस सर, आई विल बी देयर। ओके, बॉस का फोन था, भागना पड़ेगा। आकाश, तू एकदम नहीं बदला, लेकिन तेरी जिंदगी बदल गई यार। टाटा इंट्रा, बदले सोच, बदले जिंदगी। बोलिए।
मैं रानी भारती
जंगल से उठा के लाएगा।
ईश्वर का शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं भारत का प्रभुता
और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी।
अछूत रखूंगी। रखूंगी।
मैं बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में
रीमा बाबू साथ काहे नहीं रखते थे? हाँ,
श्रद्धा पूर्वक
साथ नहीं रख सकता था, उसको बिहार के माथा पर बैठा दिया।
रानी भारती गूंगी गुड़िया बन के हर फैसले पे और लगाएगी बस।
याद है ना, राजनीति में गूंगी गुड़िया किसे कहा गया है?
पूरी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स के बारे में हर हिंदुस्तानी जानता है, पर उसके पीछे की असली कहानी हिंदुस्तान को जानना अभी बाकी है।
Streaming now on Sony Live.
अरे भैया लोग, तुम लोग को बोलता है मैं, ये महाराष्ट्र सिर्फ मराठी मानुस का है और किसी का नहीं, समझे क्या? भैया भैया अपने मुल्क में जाके मना मराठी मानुस का गणपति बैठेगा इधर।
पिछले एक हफ्ते से सिर्फ मराठी चिल्ला रहा है।
ये भोसले काका अपना साथ देंगे। खरा मराठी मानुस, मराठी गौरव, भोसले काका अपने साथ है। काका मैं
डॉक्टर बोले ब्रेन ट्यूमर है, स्टेज 4।
हम दूसरे डॉक्टर का अपॉइंटमेंट ले लिए हैं।
कुछ पता चला किसने किया?
धोने किया देख इधर देख देख धोने किया
हाँ
India tour of Sri Lanka starting 13th July on Sony Live.
You are Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes,
I'm told you are exceptionally gifted.
I'm a mere apprentice. I've made you into a god, Leonardo. You cannot forsake me.
they say you poisoned her.
You are under arrest. Do you wish to hang?
Only art can take the pain and suffering of our lives and turn it into beauty.
मैं के बाद अपना नाम बोलिए।
मैं के बाद अपना नाम बोलिए।
मैं के बाद रानी जी अपना नाम बोलिए।
मैं रानी भारती
जंगल से उठा के लाएगा।
ईश्वर का शपथ लेता हूँ
लेती हूँ
कि मैं भारत का प्रभुता
और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी।
अछूत रखूंगी।
अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी। मैं बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में
मैं बिहार का मुख्यमंत्री
अब
के
समझे
रूप में
भीमा बाबू साथ का
is the man coming on for the Celeste. It's Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. Good friends, exchange words coming back out. Messi certainly the happier of the two after that first 45 minutes. Messi, the creator of Argentina's goal. Luis Suarez went off the pitch rather frustrated at the officials and no doubt at how his team have played as well. Uruguay struggle to create chances. They get us back underway here in Brasilia. Uruguay in their traditional blue shirts going right to left, looking to overturn this one. Confirmation of that change, Rodrigo Bentancur off for Nahida Hernandez. Boca Juniors connection still maintained then. Nahida Hernandez also plays his football in Italy now, but was playing in the blue and gold of Boca Juniors not too long ago. He'll just be able to bring a little bit more thrust from central midfield. Hernandez certainly need to try and get the ball forward quicker, because Argentina have been very good in the first 45 minutes on the whole of getting back into position quickly. Defensively have looked far better, and not just because I think Cristian Romero's come back into the side. He's had another good 45 minutes in an Argentina shirt, the young centre-back, but as a team they've defended better. There's been an intensity to them, closing down spaces, making it difficult for Uruguay to play through them. And as a result, the service to Luis Suarez and Edinson Cavani has been very much, or almost non-existent. Uruguay will be hoping to change that. We've got some early possession here in the opening minute. And a cross coming in, charged down well by Marcos Acuna. No changes at the break for Argentina. Diego Godin almost playing Federico Valverde into trouble there. Valverde seems to have just gone a little bit more central in this second half since Bentancur has gone off. And it's going to be a free kick here in the middle. It's going to be our first Yellow card as well, Giovanni Lo Celso. Just catching Lucas Torreira there. The Tottenham man on the Arsenal man. Not that there's been a lot of time to harbour too much bad blood with Lucas Torreira off in Spain and seemingly destined for the exit door from the Emirates. Been very public about his desire to come to Argentina and play for Boca Juniors, a move that looks almost impossible given the finances involved in Argentine football. It will be interesting to see where Lucas Torreira ends up playing his football in the near future. For now, we can concentrate on the Copa America as we get confirmation just then of those lineups. Argentina unchanged from the first half, and a chance maybe to break here. Rodrigo de Paul finds Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro just took a little bit too long to release the pass there. He had Giovanni Lo Celso scampering away on the left, couldn't find him, and instead Uruguay come forward. Nicolas de la Cruz. Little layoff there into Luis Suarez and back to Valverde, who's now holding for Uruguay. Switched out onto the right, the cross comes in. That's a dangerous one in behind Nicolas Otamendi. Nico de la Cruz couldn't get there, and thankfully for Argentina, Emiliano Martinez could. Here's Messi. Lo Celso brings it forward, still coming. Looks for the space there that had opened up for Rodrigo de Paul, just couldn't pull it off the pass. Instead, Uruguay come forward the other way. Here's Cavani. Valverde looks back to Cavani. Cavani still manages to find Suarez, who turns his man, rolls on the edge of the box. Eventually crowded out. Dangerous for a second there. No free kick on Lautaro Martinez. Uruguay pick up the possession again. And only 5 minutes, but you can see already a change being prepared for Argentina. Here's Messi breaking towards the box. Finds the pass into Lautaro. The shot's blocked. It's going to go out for a corner. Just saw there Ezequiel Palacios getting instructions from Walter Samuel, Lionel Scaloni's assistant. And this was the moment just before when Argentina almost had a counter-attack. Lautaro Martinez couldn't quite get the pass away soon enough. We have the corner first. Palacios waits. Again, it's worked short. Lo Celso is looking for the return pass to Paul. Thankfully, the ball breaks for Lo Celso and he can keep Argentina in possession. Messi. And the ball has just gone out of play. And I think we will have that change now. Lautaro Martinez and Giovanni Lo Celso look as though they're going off. It was the 22 that was held up, and it is indeed going to be Lautaro Martinez off of Joaquin Correa. So Correa and Palacios enter the fray for Argentina. Lo Celso just picked up a yellow card and looks a little uneasy on his feet. Another frustrating evening for Lautaro Martinez. There could be a decision there for Lionel Scaloni to make going forward in terms of who leads the line for Argentina. Really seemed like a no-brainer earlier. Uruguay breaking, kept in play, the cross to the edge of the box. De La Cruz brings it down, can't get away. Still going, De La Cruz though, forced to go back. Viña forced backwards even further to Valverde, but Uruguay still come forward. Here's De La Cruz trying to fashion a chance on the edge of the box, but Otamendi clears. So it's Joaquin Correa now in attack for Argentina, and certainly is something to bear in mind going forward for Argentina, because Lautaro Martinez started his international career on fire. 9 goals in his first 12, but it's now just 2 in 12 for Lautaro Martinez. Joaquin Correa gets a chance in the second half here. Sergio Aguero also on the bench. And Uruguay still with plenty of the ball. Switched onto that far side. Fernandes can't get away from Marcos Acuna. The introduction of Palacios in midfield as well may just reduce some of the creativity and that link-up play that Lo Celso has with Messi, but Palacios does bring a great deal of energy to that box-to-box role. Really excelled under Marcelo Gallardo at River Plate. And they won the Copa Libertadores in 2018, went to the final in 2019, and Palacios very much instrumental in the way that they played with and without the ball. And in his fledgling international career, Palacios has done the same again. Well, Wilton Sampaio looking over towards the bench, not entirely sure what's going on. We're back underway now. And Argentina make a rare attack in the second half. Forced all the way back to Guido Rodriguez. And he looks for the switch onto this near side for Nahuel Molina. Marcos Acuna there, caught by Nandes. And Acuna wants a yellow card. De Paul. Molina. And there's that little darting run of Correa. Correa in the corner with Diego Godin right behind him, and there's a tussle between the two, nothing given. Correa going to have to do a lot of those runs, a lot of the work that goes really unsung. Lautaro Martinez not finding the net as he was early in his Argentina career, but still making all of those kind of runs, trying to hold the ball up, trying to get involved with the interplay. At times now it's Messi, the furthest man forward. Correa just dropping in behind. Approaching the hour mark though, and Uruguay still yet unable to fashion what you'd consider a really clear chance. Cavani. Suarez looks for De La Cruz. Otamendi sticks a valuable foot in there, and Romero's there to clean up. Goes back to Martinez. No risk from the Aston Villa keeper. It's going to come straight back though. Argentina coughing up possession here cheaply. De La Cruz looks for Suarez. Otamendi again will clear. And now maybe an opportunity for Argentina to come forward. Cunha switches it towards Messi. He's not going to beat Matias Vinha in the air there. Drops nicely for Romero, and Argentina can keep possession. It's well played by De Paul. De Paul into Messi, and Messi turns. Messi can run at Uruguay here. Still Messi. Messi going towards the edge of the box. Still on his left foot. Clips it into the penalty area. Cleared away by Giovanni Gonzalez. Here's Messi once more. This time just drops it off onto the left. Acuna carries his run on. Acuna crosses. It's deflected. It's behind for a corner. First real glimpse of Messi in this second half. Credit to Lionel Scaloni for the job that he's done since that disastrous 2018 campaign. Some of the players he's brought through in the clear unity in the group, but at times you still see that dependence on Messi. Moments like this, when they're struggling for possession, struggling to create chances since that very bright start to the game. Once again it falls to Messi to be the creator. The corner comes in, it's headed away, and it's going to be behind for a corner now on the other side. Lionel Scaloni in deep thought. An hour gone here, his side still lead, but by no means comfortable. Messi will take this corner. It's Jimenez who gets up under it. It's going to be another corner, a third one in a row, as they alternate sides here. As long as it stays 1-0, it's going to remain nervy for Argentina. Unbeaten in 14, remember, but have drawn 4 of their last 5 games. The last 3, they've all led in and then ended up squandering that lead. Rodrigo De Paul will take this corner. Muslera comes for it and takes it at the second time of asking. And it's a good kick out of his hands. Valverde crosses. It's towards Cavani. Argentina have got back in time. I do feel as though Uruguay do need to get the ball forward quicker. Maybe not as quick as that, but a little bit ponderous in possession at times, the Celeste, and just allowing Argentina to get back in numbers. That's a good tackle by Cristian Romero, can set Argentina away, who increasingly look to play on the counter now. De Paul, Romero, and here's Nahuel Molina. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Otamendi feeds the ball out to Nicolas Gonzalez, just about gets there, and there'll be a free kick, and there will now be a yellow card for your Uruguay player, and it is Lucas Torreira. Just arrived a little bit late. Palacios does well to get his body in the way and turn his man. An uncomfortable landing from Palacios. Hopefully the replay looks worse than it actually is. Palacios, a player that for a long time looked as though he wasn't going to be fit for the Copa America, picked up an injury at Bayer Leverkusen weeks before the tournament, and the original diagnosis seemed to rule him out, but managed to get fit in time to take his place in Lionel Scaloni's squad. Here's Messi. Darts away from a couple, still Messi. And now goes sideways to Palacios. Back into Messi. Messi now. Still Messi, and Uruguay managed to get a toe in. Well, it's actually come off Lionel Messi's toe. And it's going to be a throw to Uruguay. And Uruguay prepare a couple more changes. Matias Vecino is one of them. Presumably be more or less a straight swap, but we could be about to see the debut of Brian Ocampo, very talented young player, still playing his football in Uruguay for Nacional, but could be exactly what Uruguay need, a bit of pace in those wide areas. As Argentina come forward in the wide areas, Molina looks to cut the ball back to the edge of the box. There's no one there, and now Uruguay can bring it forward. Molina's out of position. Uruguay need to get the ball forward quicker here. Once again, do not take advantage of the fact that Argentina are out of position. And we'll see those changes now. Lucas Torreira, just picking up a yellow card, is going to be replaced by Matias Vecino in central midfield. And Nico de la Cruz comes off for the debutant Brian Ocampo. Keep an eye on Ocampo. 21 years of age, here he is on the ball. Very quick, tricky, eye for goal, and immediately off down the wing. Ocampo immediately wins his team a corner. Ocampo's going to take the corner kick. It's a deep one. And Marcos Acuna gets there to put it behind for a corner on the other side. No real change in the system for Uruguay with those changes. I think Vecino's still just going to play in the centre, doing much the same job as Torreira, and Ocampo is going to fill in on the left as De La Cruz did, but will probably look to stick a bit wider than De La Cruz. Could put a little bit more pressure on the inexperienced Nahuel Molina. Cavani just opens up the space there, and it's Viña. Here's Ocampo. There's two with him. They have to track the following run of this Viña, who digs out the cross. Defended well enough by Argentina, but already with a little bit more to think about down the Argentina right. De Paul coming across to help out Molina. Ocampo can't keep the throw in, it's going to go out for a goal kick. Uruguay pressing Argentina really high up the pitch, putting the pressure on Otamendi and Romero, not allowing them to play it out from the back easily. And Guido Rodriguez does well enough there to avoid the challenge from Vecino. Argentina can't keep the ball for long. Really inviting pressure here from Uruguay. It's well played in the midfield, thread through for Cavani. Cavani out to Ocampo. Ocampo has Viña out wide from him again, but opts to go infield to Vecino. Jimenez, Nandes, and Jimenez can keep Uruguay in possession. Argentina just dropping back into their own half. Still plenty of time left here in Brasilia. Uruguay loft one forward. It's defended well by Otamendi. And Argentina now need to try and get a little foot into this second half. A worrying pattern of play for Lionel Scaloni. Haven't started conceding many chances yet, but much of the play now exclusively being played in the Argentina half. Here's Viña. Cavani switches it to Jimenez. And Uruguay open up space again for Viña on the left. Viña crosses, it's a good delivery, it's gone all the way through. Well, it was just begging for a touch. Wonderful cross in from the fullback. Cavani at the near post, just couldn't get his head on it. And then it ends up bouncing a fraction behind Luis Suarez. But Cavani gets a yard on Christian Romero there. Just can't make connection on the header. And we'll see a change of piece here. Looks as though Nicolas Gonzalez is going to be replaced by Angel Di Maria. And Facundo Torres on for Uruguay in place of Giovanni Gonzalez. 21-year-old winger from Peñarol making his third appearance. Just debuted for the national team, Torres, in the recent round of World Cup qualifiers. And now the under-20 international tries to help the Celeste back into this one. He's got 20 minutes to do so. Messi trying to get out of the tight spot. He's unable to do so. Uruguay have a throw. Nandes takes it quickly. Diego Godin. Vecino. Momentum very much with Uruguay in this second half. Godin strides forward into the midfield. Nandes gives the ball away and Argentina have a chance to break. Here's Messi. Just a heavy first touch there. Good challenge from Jimenez. Argentina just increasingly looking for those kind of opportunities when they can nick possession and quickly try and get the ball forward into either Messi, Correa or Di Maria now. Guido Rodriguez, Romero, De Paul. A rare little spell of possession here for Argentina since half-time. De Paul. And it's worked into Messi. Messi now. Still Messi. Uruguay happy with him in that kind of area. Well away from goal. Here's Guido Rodriguez. De Paul goes back to Romero, and it's a good pass from Romero to find De Paul. Space on the right for Molina. Opts to go back to De Paul rather than dig out the cross. De Paul goes into the corner and wins a free kick from Brian Ocampo. Maybe a little bit naive from the young winger. De Paul always going to be looking for that contact. As soon as he felt the pressure in his back, went to ground, wins Argentina a free kick. Close to the corner. Free kick's taken short to Messi. Not a great deal on. Has to go back to De Paul, and De Paul looks to clip one for Di Maria. Di Maria will keep it in play, and he'll win a throw. Hefty challenge by Brian Ocampo on Di Maria. A fair one. Sense that Di Maria needs a performance in this tournament just to silence the naysayers in Argentina that think that maybe his time should have been up with the national team after the 28 World Cup, as it was for a number of others. But here is Di Maria in the box. Di Maria tries to cross on his right foot, takes a couple of deflections, in the end ends up in the hands of Fernando Muslera. Uruguay can come forward again. Cross from the right, behind Luis Suarez, with the acrobatic volley over the crossbar. And it's just about the best sight on goal that Luis Suarez has had, which tells you something about Uruguay's attack so far, when it's a bicycle kick from close to the edge of the box. Reminder, Uruguay coming into the Copa America with just one win in their last 5. 2 weeks ago in that World Cup qualifying doubleheader, 2 goalless draws. And so far, with 75 minutes gone here in Brasilia, once again, they've looked a little bit short in attack. It's a yellow card for Emiliano Martinez, the Argentina goalkeeper. Wilton Sampaio has been threatening that since about 15 minutes in. So no real surprise that in the 75th minute the Argentina goalkeeper is finally shown a yellow card for time wasting. Messi nicks possession for Argentina on halfway. And now wins a free kick from Matias Vecino. It's Palacios, in fact. Taken quickly to Di Maria. He's got 2 with him and just runs out of space in the end. Fernando Torres wins a free kick now. Oscar Tabarez still watches on with the same expression from earlier in the game, but he'll be concerned with what he's seen so far from his team. Concerned that for all their possession, there has been a real lack of cutting edge. Valverde, that's a poor pass, cut out by De Paul, and he finds Messi. Messi, still Messi, runs into this right channel. Doesn't have many players in front of him. He had the run of Correa, and that was about it. Just had to force backwards to keep possession. And now Palacios looks to break through. Messi could pick that one up, but it's cleared away. Cleared away in the direction of Luis Suarez. Otamendi heads it down, and Guido Rodriguez tries to clear things up and is wayward in doing so. For a moment it looked as though it was going to fall to Brian Ocampo. He loses out to Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul just spreads it into space there for Marcos Acuna. Di Maria, Guido Rodriguez. Here's Marcos Acuna. Di Maria now picking up the ball centrally and just knocking it off again. And here's Messi on the right. Dips inside one challenge, inside another one, and then feeds the ball into Correa. It's laid off, it's back to Messi. Messi on the edge of the box. Messi still goes round one, he's going into the penalty area. He's held up. Still Messi on the ball in the box. drops it off to Di Maria. The shot comes in, it's deflected, it's going to go out for a corner. Well, it thought for a second there as though it was going to open up for Messi. That trademark little run, jinking in onto his left foot. For a moment of a second, looked as though it opened up nicely for him on the edge of the box, and you know what comes next. You leave Lionel Messi that kind of space on his left foot. Uruguay just managed to slam the door on him. Argentina, though, do have a corner. Di Maria will take it. Headed up into the air. Muslera comes to punch. And De Paul can keep the ball with Argentina. Goes back to Noel Molina, and he goes all the way back to Emi Martinez. Martinez looks for Joaquin Correa, and he's adjudged to have just nudged Matias Viña off the ball. Haven't seen a great deal of Joaquin Correa since he's come on. The last couple of minutes, really the first spell of possession Argentina have had since his introduction. It's not really been the second half for a striker. Certainly one for a striker to impress. Uruguay come forward. Acuna does well to defend from Nández once more, but Nández wrestles him off the ball. Nández digs out a cross, and it's an easy one for Emi Martinez. Once again, Uruguay try and hurry things along. Luis Suarez counting out the seconds on his fingers. Emi Martinez eventually hammering the ball down the pitch. Guido Rodriguez into Messi. Challenges snapping in, but Guido Rodriguez is able to keep it and give it to Messi on this occasion. Messi swivels away and runs again at the box. Still Messi. Messi still into the penalty area, and it's a foul on the edge. Right on the edge of the box. Argentina have a free kick. Not for the first time. Messi wriggles away from one and then embarks at a slaloming run towards the Uruguayan penalty area. And a foul halts him a yard or two outside the 18-yard box. Diego Godin just stepping across, protesting his innocence. In fact, it may have been a shove in the back from Matias Vecino. Either way, it's a free kick to Argentina. Very, very close to the edge. As if the world needed a reminder, the game against Chile served as one of just how dangerous Lionel Messi is from these kind of situations. A wonderful free kick broke the deadlock on Monday evening against Chile, and Uruguay are hoping a Lionel Messi free kick doesn't kill this game off. There's 10 minutes remaining. There's a man behind the wall. There's an Argentina wall of sorts in front of the Uruguay wall, blocking the vision of Fernando Muslera. Here's Messi. Messi gets low, goes into the wall, and Uruguay can clear. Only as far as Guido Rodriguez, who goes to Angel Di Maria. Di Maria crosses. Diego Godin heads it away. Di Maria has two with him, but darts away from the challenge. He goes down the flank and gets in a cross, but it's an easy one. There's no one there, and Diego Godin can clear under no pressure. Edinson Cavani picks it up and wins a free kick. Ezequiel Palacios adjudged to just give Cavani a little nudge in the back. Uruguay, though, running out of time. De Paul intercepts that crossfield switch, and looks as though Federico Valverde either has a touch of cramp or may need to go off. Just suddenly pulled up there and was limping. Either way, Oscar Tabarez is readying another change. In the meantime, Uruguay come forward once more. Little ball into the box for Luis Suarez, laid off again, looking the return Fernandez. Nothing there, and Argentina can come forward through Di Maria. Di Maria sets off on his bike and he's away. Di Maria held up, flicks the ball out wide to Joaquin Correa. Argentina making inroads into the box. It's Lloyd back off to Messi. Messi just crowded out in the end in the Uruguay penalty area, and eventually goes out for a throw on that far side to Argentina. Uruguay will make another change. Fernando Gorriarán plays his football for Santos Laguna in Mexico, replaces Federico Valverde. Gorriarán just making his debut 2 weeks ago against Venezuela in that 0-0 draw as a late substitute. Argentina win the ball back here. Messi just needs another pass out wide. Di Maria's free, but Messi goes the other way. Crowded out, but he wins the ball back. Here's Messi on the edge of the box. Again, just doesn't release the ball. Far be it for me to question the decision-making of Lionel Messi. Seemed as though he had Angel Di Maria in space there and opted instead to cut back the other way. 5 minutes of normal time remain. Argentina still lead by 1-0 thanks to Guido Rodriguez's header in the first half. Diego Godin stepping out of defence to try and push Uruguay forward. Gorriarán works it to Torres, who clips it into the penalty area. Argentina have defended those balls into the area all evening. There needs to be a little bit more invention about Uruguay's attacks. This was the free kick into the wall. There was a faint cry for a handball as it was ricocheted around. Eventually Luis Suarez clearing for Uruguay. Messi putting some pressure on the Uruguay defence, but easily worked round, and they can come forward now. Gorriarán driving out from deep. Torres. Torres again. Has to go backwards. Now Uruguay again lose momentum. Godin with the diagonal out to Nández. Acuna forces him backwards. It's been the story of Uruguay's attacks. Godin plays the forward pass. Luis Suarez on the edge of the box opens up some space for Nández. Nández tries to find the cross, and it actually ends up coming back off Nández. Marcos Acuna done an excellent job for Argentina, coming in for Nicolas Tagliafico at left back. We saw what Acuna can do for Argentina in an offensive sense in the first 20-25 minutes or so, and since then has done everything asked of him defensively as well. Messi brings the ball down in midfield, finds De Paul. De Paul, a little bit of space here for Angel Di Maria to run into. Di Maria hasn't got a lot to aim at in the box. Does choose to try and find Joaquin Correa, and eventually it squirms its way through. Work back to De Paul. Tries to find Messi, but it's wayward, and Uruguay can maybe counter. Brian Ocampo is trying to wriggle away from Molina. I think it's going to be a free kick. Argentina doing a good job there, if not being able to get back in numbers. Just a little tactical foul, stopping the counter, and Lionel Messi stayed down. And then tells the medical staff that he doesn't want any attention because he knows that he'll then probably have to go off the pitch. 2 minutes of normal time remain. Marcos Acuna nicks possession. He's got nothing in front of him though. It's brilliantly done by Acuna, and now he embarks on a run towards the box. Still Acuna, still nothing with him. He has to go all the way back to Di Maria. Di Maria on the edge of the box. Still Angel Di Maria. Di Maria with the outside of the foot finds De Paul. It's lost a bit of momentum, but Argentina still in possession. Here's Messi. Molina. Messi again. Argentina now seem happy enough just to keep the ball rather than try and create a chance. Messi goes towards the corner, battles away with Ocampo, and still Messi has it. Messi goes to the corner and now wins a free kick from Ocampo. Not for the first time since the youngsters come on. The more experienced Argentine shows Ocampo the back, and Ocampo takes the bait, makes the contact. Messi goes to ground, wins the free kick, and is going to eat away some valuable seconds here as we approach the 90th minute. The last minute of the 90, Argentina have a free kick right down in the corner. De Paul and Messi over it, as they have been for almost all of Argentina's set pieces, and as usual they go short. On this occasion, not to work it into the box though. De Paul wriggles away and wins another free kick from Ocampo. Frustration for Uruguay. Ocampo picks up a yellow card. Sticks out a boot. De Paul goes over, and Argentina are able to just run us down into stoppage time. Might not be pretty, but excellent game management from Argentina. Di Maria, De Paul still down in that same corner. Messi now, and Messi now wins a free kick. Matias Vinha on this occasion. We're into 5 minutes of added time here in Brasilia. Argentina holding on to their 1-goal advantage. Uruguay being frustrated. Can they find something in stoppage time? Di Maria and Messi combining with the short free kick just to hold the ball down there. Messi manages to bring it away. Now Uruguay finally win possession. Need to get the ball forward quickly here. They win a free kick. And Joaquin Correa picks up a yellow card. It's a risky challenge from Correa, who goes in with both feet. Thankfully doesn't make too much contact on Vecino. This occasion with the free kick, Muslera goes long, just pumps it into the Argentina penalty area, and there's a free kick given against Uruguay. Vecino challenging. Otamendi it is, who stays down on the ground and now gets to his feet with a little confrontation with Luis Suarez. Just a little bit tetchy here in stoppage time. No real surprise. It's Argentina-Uruguay. It's been a relatively fairly contested game, certainly by Argentine or by South American derby standards. Luis Suarez not happy with Otamendi making the most of this one, but I think he may have ended up actually getting a knee where it hurts in that challenge. Can't blame Luis Suarez for assuming that Otamendi was making the most of it, and Argentina will take the opportunity to make a change here in stoppage time. Herman Pesela, the central defender, will come on for the last couple of minutes, will replace Rodrigo de Paul. And if Uruguay are indeed going to start launching balls into the box, then Pesela, a good option to bring in. Good in the air. Will certainly help Romero and Otamendi keep Uruguay out for a couple of minutes. Argentina looking for Joaquin Correa. Just looks to try and keep this in play, can't do so, and Uruguay will try and take this goal kick as quickly as possible. Muslera. Goes long with the goal kick. 3 under it. Ends up breaking loose. Godin. Little time now. Here's Torres. Now delivers the ball into the box. Acuna is there, heads it. Nandes will pick it up on the right hand side and can cross from the right. Over Cavani. Romero's there to head clear. And Acuna on his weaker foot doesn't get the clearance he would have wanted. Sliced centrally. And then Di Maria with the bicycle kick helps it towards halfway. We're into the final minute of added time. Torres. Ocampo crosses. It's low, it ricochets, and it's going to bobble its way through to Emiliano Martinez. Relief for Argentina. "15 seconds of the allotted 5. We may see a little bit extra added. But Argentina are closing in on victory here, a first victory of this year's Copa America. Another victory in the record books of the Clásico del Río de la Plata. And Luis Suarez penalised there for a foul on Otamendi. A wry smile across the face of the former Man City defender. He's answered some of his critics tonight, Otamendi, alongside Cristian Romero. Suarez and Cavani have been kept very, very quiet. And you can be critical of the Uruguayan approach, but have to give credit as well to Argentina's defending. Di Maria tries his luck. It's an easy one for Muslera. We have had an extra minute added. We're well into that already. There's about 15 seconds of the 6. Muslera pumps this one forward. Otamendi under it, heads it, and that's full time. Argentina have beaten Uruguay by a 1-0 here in Brasilia. Guido Rodriguez with the only goal of the game, coming after only 12 minutes. And Argentina's Copa America campaign well and truly up and running. The draw against Chile last Monday, and now a win over the old rivals Uruguay. The Celeste begin their campaign with this damaging defeat, and now Oscar Tabarez and his team have to go away and look for a quick rebound